Welcome back, everybody. How are you doing? How you doing? Yeah, basically, this woman that happened 2 days ago, Army veteran, fatally shot, Florida parking dispute, our coffee. Over that, yeah, the victim was unarmed, stereotype unarmed. How much is her family going to steal from stupid people you think? More or less than 500K. This is another permanent first degree murder. As a woman, if I was afraid of a man in a parking lot, I would not go and I get out of the car, I would drive away. The gun was in her hand when she got out of the car, clearly aggressive. The fact that she stood over him afterwards and kept running her mouth rather than trying to ready aid, guilty as fuck. Yeah, it should have been her still talking shit to him. She even had a gun and a phone in her hand. You was such a fear for your life. Why didn't you get in your car and you fucking leave? She's guilty. But you know somebody going to give her a GoFundMe page, say she was innocent, or claim self-defense laws. She got out of her car with a gun and pointed at him. That's not self-defense, that's murder. And here's another thing, he never got within 8 feet of her and he had his hand up when she murdered him. So yeah, she's guilty. I seen the video. She shot him. She had a gun in her hand. You was fearing for your life that badly. Why didn't you get in your car and left? You got in the car first time, then you got back out with a gun. Why didn't you just drove the fuck off? Go ahead and get into the video.
Lost his life in a Walmart parking lot over a parking space. From a member of the culture, now of course everybody's immediately lining up down their tribal lines. Normally, I would be willing to give the benefit of the doubt, but we live in a new world, folks. We have a two-tier policing system in the United States, just like the UK. If you're white and you're on the receiving end, well, you deserved it. You must have done something to deserve it. So I'm going to play by their rules. Say this woman needs to be locked up for life. It's a parking spot, lady. There are numerous times in which you could have walked away. Now, when we look at the video, it's not as clear as, someone who was hoping to file for self-defense may have wanted, but I absolutely think charges should be filed here and a full investigation should be done. If we find out more details, okay, maybe it was self-defense. But based on the video and based on the new law set up by a group of people that are erasing white folks like hotcakes, she deserves to go to prison. She probably bullied him, she probably planned it out, and she belongs in prison. Now, let's look at this. Florida woman takes the life of an Army veteran during a dispute over a Walmart parking spot. A New Jersey native who served in the Army lost his life by a woman over a parking spot in Florida Walmart. Bart, I'm not going to even try to do Guglielmo, maybe? Retired Staff Sergeant with U.S. Army, lost his life after an unidentified woman took it in front of the Super Center in North Lauderdale, Florida, just before 12:30 p.m. in the middle of the day. He was 62. The female lunatic were embroiled in a verbal altercation over a parking space before the altercation escalated. Now, there's a couple of things that, I would love to ignore the context because, people of the culture will. Somebody pulls a weapon on you, it's generally not very smart to continue approaching them, okay? The issue is, why was it out?
Yeah, why she put a gun out?
Did she really feel like her life was facing an imminent deadly threat? Because this is the level of standard when we're talking about stand your ground self-defense laws. I've got feedback from several lawyers we're going to talk about in this video too. But the reason this needs to go to trial is because we need to establish that she did fear for her life. As of right now, she has not been charged. The woman claimed that she took his life in self-defense. Witnesses recalled the woman becoming hysterical as police did the investigation. I'm not going to play the video. Well, maybe I'll play parts of it, but I won't. I was walking up, I heard a lady screaming. She was screaming that she was saying lots of things. Video shared on social media captured the alleged dispute. A woman wearing a white t-shirt stepped out of her car, already armed, in her hand, talking back at the man believed to be De Guglielmo, wearing a gray shirt, who had walked up on her. So let me tell you why this isn't self-defense, in my opinion. There was no imminent threat. When she exited the vehicle, she had already pulled her weapon. That's a little different than saying, "Oh, I was fearing for my life and I reached it to protect myself." This is a woman who had the weapon with her to intimidate him in the first place. The two shoppers repeatedly pointed at each other over the argument, and at one point the man put both his arms in the air as they stood in an empty parking space, according to the video. He appears to follow the woman around the car as she aims the weapon at him before firing, and he collapses. He was transported to the local police department, where he was later pronounced dead. Now, because I have a duty to be honest, even if many others on the internet aren't, I think this should go to trial, and I think that it should be established that she feared for her life. I'm not saying she's guilty or innocent as of right now, but the fact that there has been no charges is ridiculous. She needs to be charged because she got out of the car. She fled a safe space to continue escalating the argument. Okay, that's a key difference in self-defense here. In the state where I live, this is why you have to understand your laws, right? If somebody breaks into your house, okay, and you're armed, and you leave your house and, fire on them as they're leaving your yard, that's murder. Can't do it where I live. Some states, like Texas, maybe you could. Again, but where I live, you can't leave a position of safety to then re-escalate the fight. She was safe in her car. She pulled a weapon, got out of her car to escalate further. To me, that is not self-defense. Now, if I were him, I probably wouldn't be continuing to approach somebody who's pointing a weapon at me. That's just dumb. Okay, I'm not going to victim blame here, but this is not a smart move. You have a woman of the culture pointing a weapon at you. Probably just bail out, dude. It's just a parking spot. Okay. Now he's dead. But based on the fact that she was safe in her car, she pulled her weapon, got out of the car, to me, negates any self-defense. He was a Christian man, a very good person who would not hurt anyone. The sibling, whose name was not revealed, said he lived in Lauderhill, Florida, and was also a retired nurse. His sister said officials have withheld the name of the woman because they're protecting her. Now, the key piece of information here is that she exited her vehicle already with her weapon out.
A new video raising new questions about
the victim's daughter. He's live down with North Lauderdale with what the life. Well, tonight we have the video, and you'll see it for yourself. And what we also have,
and also it's in Walmart parking lot, so there's going to be more video of this.
Tonight are the words of the victim's daughter, and you'll see how heartbroken she is. The backstory on this case: she was estranged from her dad for many years. Recently, they were trying to rebuild their lives when he lost his life.
They offer the education, the training, and the self-defense liability insurance so that you can have peace of mind if something happens. And in today's climate, you may need to be legally prepared to face the justice system, no matter how clear a case of self-defense you think you have. Go to uscca.com and see what being a member is all about.
Meet your business dream team. Intuit's accounting agent and finance agent are here to help. And you'll have access to trusted experts if you need them. So you can save time on books, taxes, and payroll. Make smarter, more profitable decisions. Outdo doing it all yourself. Start using Intuit QuickBooks today.
start this with the video.
See, it's already out. It's already out.
The victim with the gray shirt. The woman with the gun. They're
Now, again, it was out, armed, pointed at him. At no point should she be able to say, I'm fearing for my life here. Now, the issue is this, they're starting this video. Okay, she got out of her car with it in her hand already. If she had just stayed in her car, and let's say he was like breaking down the window or something like that, and she fired out of the car, I'd say, well, that's clear self-defense. And I'm not saying that this case goes to court and maybe, you know, maybe they find her innocent, and, you know, there's more details in a longer video or from these light poles that also have video on them in a Walmart parking lot. But she exited the vehicle with her weapon in hand. That, to me, is an escalation.
Yeah.
Not a self-defense. She was perfectly safe in her car.
start this.
See right here, she was safe in the car. She can drove off. So, and then she went in the car and came back out with her gun. That's not self-defense. That right there, basically is guilty as fuck. You were safe in your fucking car. You can just drove the fuck off. No, you got out with a gun. Had a gun in your hand and a phone. So their automatic tells you right there she was guilty. Basically, but they going to get pretty much she's going to get a GoFundMe page. Yeah, she's going to get a GoFundMe page. Somebody's going to be doing enough to go fund her, even though when she's in the wrong. You was in your car, for crying the fuck out loud. You can drove the fuck off and still had nothing going on. But no. You had to use a gun. Let's get back to the video, shall we?
With the video. The victim with the gray shirt. The woman with the gun.
I'm not going to play that part there, but to me, the fact that she got out of the vehicle already armed, already with her weapon removed,
Yep. Guilty.
doesn't seem like self-defense.